What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to FB Capital. And today I'm bringing you guys another weekly market breakdown on NAS100. So without further ado, we about to get right into the chart. So the way this video is going to be structured, I'm basically going to be showing you guys my top-down analysis starting from the monthly time frame or even the 2 monthly time frame, because I have something I'm going to be showing you that has a lot of significance in my opinion. So without further ado, with everything being said and done, let's start off. So the first thing, we're going to go to this 2-hour time frame on the higher time frame. And the reason I have this on the 2-hour time frame is because I want you guys to pay attention to this area we have right here. So if you go to the monthly, you see we have these 2 down consecutive candles, which are now creating this potential monthly order block that I want to see price potentially come tap into. Why do I want to see tap into there? Because if you look at where we are price wise in that area, this is at 12,000 level, which is a big figure level that is more than likely going to get tapped into at some point in time. So we have 12,000 and we have this 2-month order block right here, and this is the only down candle and anywhere near this. So, and we have the big figure level. It just makes a lot of sense for why I would overall want to see price continue to that area. Secondly, on my fib from that low to this high, you see that price came down to 62% and it's showing a willingness to potentially go higher. It is starting to try to close above that 38.20%, but nonetheless, we're going to stick to this time frame right here and this fib, because you see as price came into it, it started rejecting almost immediately after coming in at 62%. So that's something I'm going to be keeping in mind. So now let's go down to this weekly time frame. So now on the weekly, you see we had this wick, we came down and we immediately started to push bullishly, creating this overall bullish candle. So what I'm going to do, this is what I do every week. I come over and I'm going to set an alert at the weekly low. I'm going to set an alert at the weekly high. So when these weekly highs and lows get broken, I know where price is more than likely going to try to push, because if the high gets broken, more than likely price is going to continue trying to move bullish. And based off of how price is looking with this big ass rejection, more than likely price is going to continue to try to fly and go towards this previous week's high that we have right here. And that's overall going to be our target for the week, which is at, let's look at where this is in price, 14,700 basically. So it's 14,708. I'm going to say 14,700 since it's a big figure level. Just like that. So 14,700 is ideally where I'm going to want to see price try to have this move to, and where I'm going to have a target as. We might get it, we might come to 15,000, but 14,700 is more than likely where I want to see price trade to based off of what I'm seeing right here. So with that being said and done, now let's go to the daily time frame. Same thing with the daily. The last 2 days have been bullish. After doing what? We came down, cleared these lows. Look at this. Come on. We cleared these lows right here, and they showed a willingness to go higher. So what am I going to be anticipating? I'm anticipating that price to push, have a pullback potentially to this area, this last down candle before this up move after we clear this low, to then potentially keep going higher. That's something that I'm overall expecting, and like I said, 14,700 is where I'm going to be targeting. We could probably go above that to around 15,000, 15,500. But ideally, this is my short-term target, 14,700, based off of this weekly bullish prediction. So we're going to see what happens. This is my analysis based off of higher time frames. Nothing much is changing. I'm overall still remaining on my bullish bias, and especially after having this. But one thing I am keeping in mind, since we had this very big bearish run, and now we have a lot of news going on with the wars and everything, I don't really pay attention to fundamentals. Honestly, I like to pay attention more to the technicals and the chart and what is actually the candlestick showing me. It looks like we're going to start to go for new highs once again. And by new highs, I mean coming for this high up here at around 16,771, which is an all-time high, which I think price could likely try to get reached into. We haven't had a major bullish candle. We haven't had a major bullish rejection. We are having this rejection of the 62% on this higher time frame fib long. So I think it's about time we at least start to push higher. Even if it's not long-term push, even if we can get to 15,000, 15,500, we can then get there before potentially keep going lower. But as of right now, I am going to stick to being bullish overall. With that being said and done, now let's go down to the lower time frame, and we're going to look at what we can expect on an intraday basis. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mark up the previous day's highs and the previous day's lows. So we got the previous day's low right here. We got the previous day's high right up here. And the reason I had this is because since I'm overall bullish on the higher time frame, I know more than likely I'm going to want to see price potentially have maybe a pullback or push higher, have a pullback, but then overall I want to see price continue going lower. This previous day's low, I don't want to see get ran through. This is something I do not want to see get ran through. I'm more than likely going to be targeting this previous day's high because I am bullish. I'm not going to be bullish long term because I do know there's a lot of room for a pullback, but I don't know when price is going to pull back. But I personally think there's a lot more room to go higher, and I think we could potentially reach for this last Friday's high, which is right over here, before potentially going lower in price. So now that we have the previous day's high and the previous day's low marked up, I'm going to mark up the previous day's Asian range. I would mark up the Asian range from this day, which was Friday, but we don't have an Asian range since the market closed at 16:45, which is right before the Asian session starts. So we're going to have to use the previous day's Asian session. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to 18 o'clock all the way to midnight, and we're going to use the previous day's Asian session. Now what does this do? This is giving me a potential area that price is likely going to want to retrace back into. Now let's take it a step further. Why would price want to potentially come in here? Because I know that there's a lot of volume. Okay, my volume profile doesn't work, but when you look at volume, use the volume profile, you basically is a way to be able to use the volume profile without actually using it is look for where all the consolidation is, because where majority of the consolidation is where majority of the orders are. And in my opinion, just from first glance, looks like there's a lot of orders within this area right in here, around the 14,900 area. So let's get that marked up. So 13,900, my bad. This area right in here is where I likely want to see price potentially have a pullback into. Why? Because this is where majority of the consolidation is. We're still above the previous day's low, so I know that there's a chance that we can have that pullback without overall pushing higher. So that's one thing I can expect. So now I'm going to take this previous day's low and this previous day's high, and I'm going to draw a fib from it. Why am I going to draw a fib? Because I know if I overall want to see price go higher, I can anticipate where price could likely have a pullback to before having that first push to the top side. And then if you look at that, without doing any analysis before this, 13,900 is in alignment with this fib long that we have from the previous day's low to previous day's high. So now if you keep in mind that this is all the daily candle right here, all of this is one daily candlestick. So if you go to the daily time frame, everything is within this. So now, like I said, one thing we could potentially have a pullback on is this area here. And now we see that this area is in alignment with this daily order block, this daily bullish order block. So remember how I showed you guys on the daily time frame how we cleared these lows and we started pushing higher? Now we can expect price to potentially have a pullback. We're already bullish. We have 13,900 that can also be in confluence right there, and that's where we can overall look for potential pullback to. So let's pull this over, and this is our daily bullish order block right here. So more than likely I want to see price remain above the. What's going on, guys? So before you keep on watching the video, I just wanted to tell you guys about this opportunity that I have for you guys. So as of recently, I have been getting a lot of questions and comments and concerns about whether or not I do one-on-one mentorship. I personally do not do one-on-one mentorship, but I do have mentorship now, which I decided because you guys have been asking for a while now. So what will I be providing? I will be providing daily live stream access and mentorship every single day, where I will teach you everything that I know and I will guide you from zero to hero. And along with that, I will be giving you live trade analysis, and you will know all of my trades taken live real time. So with that being said, the price of it right now is $100 a month, but the price is not going to be like that for long. After the first 100 people join, I will be having the price go up. So make sure you take advantage while you can. And now you can finish watching the video. 50% of this area, because if it does come anywhere lower, then at that point the bullish bias isn't going to really matter. So I'm going to get the 50% of it, which is right there. I'm going to refine this to the 50% just like that. So now we have this daily bullish order block, and I'm going to mark this up so I don't get confused on it. So I'm going to just say daily order block, just like that. So we have this daily order block right here. The high of it is in confluence with the 62%, is in confluence with this Asian session high also, and it is in confluence with this breaker block that we have right here. So I'm not going to leave this on the whole time, but I'm just showing you that there's a lot of confluences in this one area right here. And then we also have 14,000, which is right above it also. So from 14,000 to 13,900, there's a lot of confluence and a lot of reason for me to believe why I want to see price potentially go higher. So this is where I'm going to be anticipating a potential pullback to. Now let's take this a step further. Let's go to the 30-minute, the hour, 4 hour. Okay, back. So you see on the 30-minute, we have this last down candle before its up move, which is a 31-hour order block, and same thing with the 30-minute. So what can I do? I can anticipate price potentially having a retracement back into it. So what am I going to do with that information? I'm going to take this and I'm going to get the 50% of it. So I got the 50% of this last down candle, and then what do you see? It's in confluence with the 62% also. So now I can anticipate a potential retracement back into this 30-minute and 1-hour order block right here. I can anticipate a potential retracement back into it, tap into the daily order block also, tap into the high of the previous day's Asian session, while all remaining above the previous day's low. So that's all confirmation for me to believe why I want to see price continue going higher. So here, let me move all these over real quick so it's not all squished together. And then we also have this big figure level from 14,000 to 13,900. So there's a lot of reason for me to believe when price opens, we could anticipate a potential pullback to then see price continue going higher, reach for that liquidity above this high from the previous week, to then continue going higher overall this week. That's personally what I'm expecting, what I think is going to happen based on higher time frame analysis and based off of intraday analysis. And this is really all I'm anticipating as of right now. Just keeping it sweet and simple, but I'm using the information that I currently have. Now, where am I going to be targeting price-wise? We got 14,300, which is right up here at this high from the previous day, which is liquidity. We have 14,500 up here, 14,100 in here. I'm going to make this one black. I'm going to make 13,900 black also, just because these aren't my main big figure levels I like to use. But nonetheless, they can still be used. And then we have 14,200 right over here where price closed at. So right in here. So this is overall what I'm expecting right now for NAS100. And the same is going to go for more than likely with US30 because they do move very similarly. It's not going to be identical, but nonetheless, if you go to US30 on the higher time frame and look at on the daily, we did have this major daily bullish engulfing after doing what? Clearing a bunch of liquidity below these lows. So we cleared this low, we cleared this low, this low. We cleared a lot of lows. So we had a big false break. And if you say go to the weekly time frame or the monthly, let's see. It's a very similar situation. So this last down candle before this move, we're going to use this and pull a fib. So we're remaining above the 50%, which is a bullish signal. And if we look at it like this and use this fib, it's the same thing as NAS100. We came into 62% and we immediately started rejecting. So nonetheless, it's a very similar analysis. I'm not going to do US30 right now because they both have the same overall higher time frame premise, which is bullish, just like this. So that's really it. This is all I have for you guys right now. If you found this video helpful in any way, shape, or form, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you stay motivated by the fear of being average. And also make sure you click the links in the description if you're interested in one-on-one mentorship, if you're interested in joining the live trading session Zooms. If not, then I'm live every day. You can just watch the feed. You won't be able to talk to me live. You won't be able to ask me questions and all that. But nonetheless, you'll still get the information I provide for free. Make sure you click the link to Telegram. We're currently at 320 members. We're active every single day, Monday through Friday, sending chart breakdowns, sending chart analysis, sending daily ranges, sending case studies, and overall sending news fundamentals that could potentially affect the market that current week. So without all that being said and done, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Be safe and have a good trading.